What if tonight, while you sleep, your body could quietly switch back on its own healing intelligence? No pills, no expensive treatments, no complicated routines. Just 4 simple herbs soaking in water overnight and a glass you drink in the morning. Ancient Buddhist wisdom taught that the body heals best when the mind rests and nature is allowed to work. Modern science now confirms what those monks observed centuries ago. Certain herbs can reduce inflammation, balance blood sugar, support digestion, calm the nervous system, and strengthen immunity at the same time. If you're tired of waking up inflamed, bloated, foggy, in pain, or dependent on medication just to feel normal, this may be the simplest reset you've been searching for. Have you noticed sugar spikes, stubborn belly fat, joint pain, mucus, skin flare-ups, digestive issues, hormonal imbalance, or constant fatigue slowly becoming your daily reality? What if one low-cost nightly ritual could support detox, ease inflammation, improve clarity, and help your body regulate itself again, naturally? In this video, you'll learn the exact method, the science behind each herb, who should and should not use it, and how to apply it safely for 30 days to feel real change. Watch until the end, because missing one detail can break the effect, and this is something you can start tonight. Before we go any further, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel for powerful insights on Buddhist teachings, feng shui, and ancient wisdom. Your support helps us bring more life-changing content your way. Comment below. I allow my body to heal naturally, calmly, and in balance. This simple affirmation is your first step to aligning with the universe's prosperity. By declaring this, you activate the energy of balanced life. Many people watching this are not reckless with their health. They eat reasonably well. They try supplements. They follow advice. Some take medications exactly as prescribed, and yet something still feels off. Blood sugar spikes without warning. Digestion feels unpredictable. Inflammation lingers in the joints. Fatigue shows up even after a full night of sleep. Hormones feel unstable. The mind feels cloudy, anxious, overstimulated. Over time, these small discomforts stop feeling temporary and start feeling permanent. What once was just stress slowly becomes daily suffering. The modern approach often treats these issues as separate problems. One pill for sugar, another for pressure, something else for reflux, pain, sleep, or anxiety. But the body does not experience life in isolated compartments. It functions as one interconnected system. When digestion is inflamed, hormones feel it. When blood sugar swings, the nervous system reacts. When stress stays high, immunity weakens. The problem is not that the body is broken. The problem is that it is overwhelmed and constantly interrupted. Most people are not failing to heal because they lack discipline or willpower. They are failing because the conditions for healing are never allowed to exist. The body is always being pushed, stimulated, fed too late, fed too fast, asked to perform instead of restore. Healing requires a different state, a quieter one, a slower one, a state where the body is not defending itself, but repairing itself. That is why timing, simplicity, and consistency matter more than intensity. This is where the idea of working with the body, rather than forcing it, begins to make sense. Long before modern medicine learned to name inflammation, insulin resistance, or nervous system overload, Buddhist traditions were already observing the body with remarkable precision. Monks were not searching for shortcuts or instant cures. They were studying patterns, how the body responded to food, how the mind influenced pain, how rest, rhythm, and simplicity changed everything. In this worldview, illness was rarely seen as an enemy. It was a signal, a message that something had fallen out of balance. Buddhist wisdom teaches that the body is not passive matter, but a living process guided by intelligence. When conditions are right, Healing is not something you force. It is something that happens naturally. Balance, not excess, is the goal. Gentle daily practices were favored over aggressive interventions. Timing mattered. Stillness mattered. Even the night was seen as sacred, because it is when the body turns inward, repairs tissue, regulates hormones, and calms the mind. Healing was understood as cooperation with these natural rhythms, not resistance against them. This is why many traditional practices look almost too simple to be effective. They were designed to be sustainable, repeatable, and calming to the nervous system. No shock, no extremes, just quiet support for the body's own processes. Over time, these small daily rituals created profound changes, not by overpowering the body, but by removing the obstacles that prevented it from doing what it already knew how to do. And once you understand this perspective, a simple nightly ritual no longer feels insignificant. It feels precise. What makes this ancient approach especially powerful today is that modern science is finally catching up to what careful observation revealed long ago. Researchers now understand that many chronic issues, blood sugar imbalance, digestive disorders, inflammation, hormonal disruption, anxiety, and fatigue share the same underlying roots. The body is stuck in a constant state of low-grade stress and inflammation. When this happens, healing pathways are suppressed and survival pathways take over. The body is no longer repairing, it is only coping. Science shows that inflammation interferes with insulin signaling, disrupts gut bacteria, burdens the liver, and alters hormone production. At the same time, chronic stress keeps the nervous system locked in alert mode, reducing digestion, immunity, and cellular repair. This is why adding more stimulation, strong supplements, extreme diets, aggressive detoxes often backfires. They may create short-term effects, but they rarely restore balance. Modern research into medicinal plants supports another idea long held by Buddhist traditions. Gentle, consistent exposure to bioactive compounds can regulate systems without overwhelming them. Many herbs contain fibers, antioxidants, enzymes, and phytochemicals that support the gut, reduce oxidative stress, improve metabolic signaling, and calm inflammation simultaneously. Importantly, science also confirms that how these compounds are prepared matters. Heat, timing, and extraction methods change how the body responds. Rather than contradicting ancient wisdom, science reframes it in modern language. Healing is not about force, it is about signaling. And when the body receives the right signals at the right time, it does not need to be pushed. It responds naturally. At first glance, soaking herbs in water overnight may seem almost too simple to matter. But this step is the heart of the entire ritual. In both ancient practice and modern science, extraction method determines how the body receives information. Boiling herbs can destroy delicate compounds. Swallowing them dry can irritate digestion or limit absorption. Overnight soaking, however, works slowly and gently, allowing water to draw out soluble fibers, enzymes, and phytochemicals without heat or force. As the herbs rest in water, their compounds begin to dissolve in a way that mirrors natural digestion. This creates a mild infusion that the body recognizes easily. Nothing is shocked, nothing is overstimulated. Instead of demanding a response, the drink offers quiet support. This is especially important for people dealing with inflammation, blood sugar instability, or digestive sensitivity, where aggressive methods often make symptoms worse. Timing also plays a critical role. During sleep, the nervous system shifts into repair mode. Hormones that regulate metabolism, detoxification, and tissue healing become more active. By the morning, the body is primed to receive signals. Drinking the infused water early in the day allows these compounds to interact with the gut, liver, and metabolic pathways when they are most receptive. Rather than fighting against the body's rhythm, the ritual aligns with it. This is why the method feels effortless, but produces cumulative effects. The body is not being commanded to heal. It is being reminded how. At this point, it becomes important to understand one essential rule. This is not 4 separate remedies. It is one system. Each herb plays a distinct role, and none of them is meant to work alone. When people try to isolate a single ingredient, they often miss the deeper effect. The strength of this ritual comes from balance, not intensity. One herb supports blood sugar and digestion, another assists detox and filtration, another strengthens metabolism and immunity. Another clears stagnation and brings movement. Together, they create harmony across the body's major systems. This is why consistency matters more than dosage, and why skipping steps weakens results. The body does not heal in pieces. It heals through cooperation between systems that are constantly communicating with one another. When all 4 herbs are present, the body receives a complete signal instead of a fragmented one. Nothing is overstimulated and nothing is neglected. The effect builds gradually day by day, without forcing the body into extremes. Understanding this rule also changes how you approach the ritual. It stops being about chasing quick relief and becomes about restoring balance. Once that shift happens, the practice feels less like a trick and more like a partnership with your body. Now that you understand the logic behind the ritual and why timing, balance, and simplicity matter, it's time to move from concept to practice. Let's begin by looking at the 4 herbs themselves, one by one, and understand exactly how each one supports a different system in your body. Herb 1. Fenugreek, blood sugar, digestion, hormones. Fenugreek is the foundation of this entire system, and there is a reason it comes first. In traditional practices, it was often described as a stabilizer, an herb that teaches the body how to regulate itself again. Modern research now explains why. Fenugreek seeds are rich in soluble fiber and bioactive compounds that slow the absorption of sugar in the gut. This helps smooth out blood sugar spikes, reducing the constant metabolic stress that quietly fuels inflammation, fatigue, and cravings. When blood sugar becomes more stable, a cascade of changes begins. Energy levels stop swinging wildly. Hunger becomes more predictable. The nervous system calms. Digestion improves because the gut is no longer reacting to sharp glucose rises. Over time, this stability also supports healthier cholesterol levels and reduces strain on the liver. Fenugreek does not force the body to lower sugar. It creates the conditions that allow balance to return naturally. Fenugreek also plays a subtle but important role in digestion. Its fiber feeds beneficial gut bacteria, while its natural compounds reduce irritation along the digestive tract. Many people notice less bloating, fewer cramps, and more regular bowel movements after consistent use. Because digestion and hormones are deeply connected, this calming effect often extends further. Fenugreek has traditionally been used to support hormonal balance, particularly where fluctuations are linked to blood sugar instability or chronic stress. In the body, fenugreek works slowly. It is not a stimulant. You do not feel it immediately, and that is precisely why it is effective. It creates a steady baseline that allows the other herbs to work without causing spikes or reactions. In this ritual, fenugreek is what grounds the system. For preparation, only a small amount is needed. The seeds are soaked whole in water overnight, allowing their soluble fibers and gentle compounds to infuse naturally. In the morning, the water carries these signals into the digestive system without irritation or shock. However, fenugreek must be used with awareness. It is not recommended during pregnancy. People taking medication for diabetes should monitor blood sugar closely, as the combination can enhance glucose-lowering effects. The goal is balance, not excess. When respected, fenugreek becomes the quiet anchor that supports everything that follows. Herb 2, coriander, detox, kidneys, skin, blood pressure. Once the body begins to stabilize internally, the next priority is filtration. This is where coriander takes its place in the system. In traditional use, coriander was never seen as a harsh cleanser. It was valued for its ability to carry things out gently. Modern life exposes the body to a constant stream of toxins, processed foods, additives, environmental pollutants, and metabolic waste. When these substances accumulate faster than the body can eliminate them, symptoms appear on the surface: dull skin, bloating, water retention, headaches, fatigue, and rising blood pressure. Coriander supports the organs responsible for filtering and elimination, particularly the kidneys and liver. Its compounds encourage healthy fluid balance, helping the body release excess sodium and waste without aggressive flushing. This gentle diuretic effect reduces pressure on the cardiovascular system and often leads to subtle but noticeable changes in swelling, tension, and heaviness in the body. Over time, this improved filtration can support clearer skin, as fewer toxins are pushed out through pores. Modern research has drawn attention to coriander's ability to bind certain heavy metals and support detoxification pathways. This does not mean it forces toxins out overnight. Instead, it assists the body's natural elimination process, reducing the burden placed on internal systems. When detox happens gradually, the nervous system remains calm and inflammation is less likely to spike. This is why coriander fits so well into a daily ritual rather than a short-term cleanse. In digestion, coriander plays a soothing role. It helps relax the digestive tract, reducing gas, cramping, and the feeling of fullness after meals. This is especially important when improving blood sugar balance because digestion and metabolism are closely linked. When the gut is calm, the body can focus on repair rather than defense. Preparation follows the same principle as the rest of the system. Coriander seeds are soaked whole in water overnight, allowing their mild aromatic compounds to infuse slowly. The resulting water is light, refreshing, and easy on the stomach. Coriander should still be used thoughtfully. People with naturally low blood pressure may notice its effects more strongly and should pay attention to how they feel. Those taking diuretics or preparing for surgery should avoid combining it without professional guidance. Respecting these boundaries ensures that coriander remains what it was always meant to be in this system, a quiet supporter of flow and release, not a forceful purge. Herb 3, cumin, metabolism, immunity, lungs, brain. With stability established and filtration supported, the body is ready for activation. This is where cumin enters the system. Traditionally, cumin was valued not for intensity, but for efficiency. It helps the body use what it receives more effectively. In modern terms, cumin supports metabolism, immune signaling, respiratory clarity, and cognitive function, areas that often feel sluggish when the body has been under long-term stress. Cumin seeds contain compounds that enhance digestive enzyme activity, improving how nutrients are broken down and absorbed. When digestion becomes more efficient, the body spends less energy compensating and more energy repairing. This often translates into steadier energy levels and reduced post-meal fatigue. Metabolic efficiency also plays a role in blood sugar regulation, as nutrients are processed in a more controlled and predictable way rather than flooding the system all at once. Beyond digestion, cumin supports immune balance. Rather than overstimulating immune responses, it helps modulate them. This is particularly relevant for people who experience frequent infections, lingering inflammation, or excessive mucus. In traditional use, cumin was associated with respiratory clarity. By supporting healthy circulation and reducing internal dampness, it helps the lungs and airways feel more open over time. Many people notice breathing feels lighter, especially in the morning. Cumin's influence also extends to the mind. Improved circulation and reduced inflammatory signaling can enhance mental clarity and focus. When the gut and immune system calm down, the brain often follows. This is why cumin has long been linked to memory and alertness, especially in daily practices meant to support longevity rather than short bursts of stimulation. In the ritual, cumin is soaked whole overnight alongside the other herbs. This allows its warming yet balanced compounds to infuse gently, avoiding irritation that can occur when spices are consumed dry or in excess. The water carries these signals into the body in a way that feels supportive rather than aggressive. As with all powerful herbs, awareness matters. Cumin may not be suitable for everyone in large amounts. People taking anticoagulant medications, those with sensitive digestion or reflux, and pregnant individuals should use caution and consult guidance if needed. When respected, cumin becomes the bridge between cleansing and movement, helping the body turn restored balance into renewed function. Herb 4. Ajwain. Rapid relief, digestion, pain, respiration. Ajwain, also known as carom seeds, is the most immediate and noticeable herb in this system. While the previous herbs work quietly in the background, ajwain brings movement. In traditional practices, it was used when stagnation needed to be broken, when digestion felt stuck, mucus lingered in the chest, or pain settled into the joints. Its role is not to stimulate recklessly, but to restore flow where the body has become slow or congested. Ajwain's natural compounds are known for their strong aromatic and antimicrobial qualities. In the digestive system, they help reduce gas, bloating, and cramping by relaxing smooth muscle and discouraging excessive fermentation. Many people feel this effect quickly, especially if digestive discomfort has been persistent. This relief is not just physical. When digestion eases, the nervous system often relaxes as well, reducing the sense of heaviness that can affect mood and focus. Respiratory support is another key aspect of ajwain. Traditionally, it was used to help clear mucus and support easier breathing. By encouraging warmth and circulation, it helps the body release congestion rather than hold onto it. This can be especially helpful for people who experience chronic mucus, seasonal breathing discomfort, or a sense of tightness in the chest. Ajwain also supports circulation in the joints, which is why it has long been associated with easing stiffness and discomfort linked to inflammation. Because ajwain is potent, respect is essential. Its warming nature means that more is not better. Used excessively, it can create irritation or a feeling of internal heat. This is why it works best as part of a balanced system rather than as a standalone remedy. Soaking the seeds overnight softens their intensity, allowing their active compounds to infuse into the water in a controlled way. The result is strength without shock. Certain individuals should be cautious. Those with sensitive stomachs, ulcers, or strong acid reflux may need to avoid it. Pregnant individuals and anyone prone to heat-related symptoms should proceed carefully. When used thoughtfully, ajwain completes the system by restoring movement, clearing stagnation, and helping the body feel responsive again. Once the 4 herbs are understood as a system, the ritual itself becomes surprisingly simple. There is no complexity, no constant adjustment, and no daily decision fatigue. Each night before going to bed, you combine all 4 herbs together in one container. Fenugreek, coriander, cumin, and ajwain are placed whole into clean drinking water. The amounts are small, measured, and consistent because this ritual relies on balance, not intensity. The container is then covered and left at room temperature overnight. During the night while you sleep, the water slowly absorbs the soluble fibers and gentle compounds from each herb. Nothing is rushed, nothing is overheated. By morning, the water has transformed into a mild infusion that carries signals the body recognizes easily. This is not meant to shock the system. It is meant to meet it where it is. When you wake up before eating, the infused water is consumed calmly, without hurry, allowing it to interact first with the digestive tract, the liver, and the metabolic system. The herbs themselves are not chewed or swallowed. Only the water is consumed. This keeps the ritual light and reduces digestive strain. The process is repeated daily, using fresh water each night, creating a steady rhythm the body can adapt to. Over time, consistency becomes more important than precision. The ritual works not because it is dramatic, but because it is repeatable. When something is this simple, the only real requirement is commitment. Even the gentlest rituals deserve respect, and this one is no exception. Although the method is simple and uses familiar herbs, it is still interacting with real physiological systems. That is why clarity and caution matter. This ritual is designed to support the body's natural processes, not to replace medical care or override existing treatments. For most people, it functions as a supportive daily practice. For some, however, it may not be appropriate. Pregnant individuals should avoid this ritual altogether, as certain herbs in the system can influence hormonal and metabolic pathways that are best left undisturbed during pregnancy. People taking medications that affect blood sugar, blood pressure, or blood clotting should also be cautious, because the ritual can enhance regulation in these systems. Combining it with medication may amplify effects beyond what is intended. Anyone with a history of ulcers, severe reflux, or known allergies to these herbs should avoid the practice or seek professional guidance before attempting it. It is also important to understand that more is not better. Increasing quantities or drinking the infusion multiple times a day does not speed results and can create discomfort. The ritual is effective precisely because it is gentle. Listening to the body's signals is part of the practice. If discomfort appears, the correct response is to pause, not to push through. Approached with awareness, this ritual remains what it is meant to be: a low-risk, supportive practice grounded in respect for the body's limits. When a practice is gentle, its power comes from time. This is why this ritual is not framed as a one-day fix, but as a 30-day reset. 30 days is long enough for the body to recognize a new pattern, adjust internal rhythms, and begin restoring balance without shock. It is also short enough to feel realistic. You are not being asked to change your entire life. You are being asked to create one small, consistent window of support each day. During the first week, many people notice subtle shifts. Digestion feels calmer, mornings feel lighter, cravings may soften. By the second week, energy often becomes more stable and the body feels less reactive. In the following weeks, changes tend to deepen rather than intensify. Inflammation eases gradually. Mental clarity becomes more noticeable. The body feels less like it is constantly compensating and more like it is cooperating. These changes are not dramatic spikes. They are quiet corrections. The challenge is not about perfection. Missing a day does not undo progress. What matters is returning to the rhythm without guilt. This is also why awareness is encouraged. Paying attention to how the body responds builds trust and reinforces the sense of control that many people feel they have lost with their health. Each night becomes a small act of self-respect. Each morning becomes a reminder that healing does not always require force. This is not about chasing results. It is about allowing them to unfold. Taken together, these 4 herbs form more than a remedy. They form a conversation with the body. One stabilizes, one clears, one strengthens, one restores movement. None of them dominate. None of them rush. This is why the system feels different from so many health trends that promise fast results and deliver exhaustion. Here, the body is not treated as a problem to fix, but as an intelligence to support. When the noise is reduced and the signals are clear, the body responds in its own time. Reclaiming health does not always mean doing more. Often it means doing less, but doing it consistently. A nightly ritual like this is powerful because it fits into real life. It does not demand willpower all day long. It asks for a few quiet minutes at night and a simple choice in the morning. That simplicity restores something many people have lost: the feeling of agency. The feeling that healing is not locked behind complexity, cost, or constant struggle. Now I encourage you to do something powerful. Write in the comments below: I allow my body to heal naturally, calmly, and in balance. This is more than just engagement. It is a way of setting your intention into movement. Declaring your focus in a public space sends a strong, energetic message that you are ready to align with your goals. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more content on Buddhist teachings, Feng Shui, and ancient wisdom. And don't forget to share this with someone who could use a little more prosperity in their life. Let's spread the energy of abundance together. See you in the next video.